Hi all. This is my first video that I'm going to do, and it's one of the poems that I wrote a while back in 1999, I believe. That's when MySpace was popular then, and I just came upon it. And so I put it on my YouTube. If it doesn't catch up with the wording, just bear in mind. My husband is looking at me, so I'm just going to read it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if I mess up, just bear with me, okay? It's called The Cooking Pots of an Old Soul. When I stepped through the door, the familiar smell of love and good food and wisdom flooded my nostrils. When I sat down at the kitchen table, I watched as my grandmother's hands slowly kneaded the dough for the bread rolls she so calmly made. The wrinkles in her hands was like an outline of the past adventures in her life. The softness and the coarseness showed how the work ethics she instilled in my mindset, how important it was to work and take care of oneself. I stared at her beauty and looked into the windows of her soul and realized the white snow color of her hair was a wisdom that filled the room and came out in the good dishes she cooked. It came out in the green beans and potatoes, hot water cornbread, the collard greens, the fried or smothered steak and chicken she used to make, and the peach pies that made my mouth salivate with great urgency. When she left the room, I would steal a piece of that homemade crust, and it was good, y'all. Oh, that so buttery crust just melted in my mouth like M&Ms melt in your hand. Each and every new pot she took out of the cabinet, a delicious date with your mouth took place. The wisdom and love she put in her dishes reminds me when I cook for my girls, and I get the dish just right, like she did, and the stern talks of wisdom she gave me while my children will my children apply it and teach their children when I get old and gray? Will they remember the good times in the kitchen? The good smells when they see the favorite dish of mac and cheese I make for them, and waiting by the stove watching all of that goodness and bubbling cheese gushing out of the ends of the pan, saying, "Mom, is it done yet?" But I tell them, "Not yet, baby. But wait." The wisdom that was instilled in me invited them in as each soulful dish I introduced to their palates. The cooking pots of an old soul they could instill in their children. The legacy of the cooking pots go on. The Cooking Pots of an Old Soul by Helen Davis. This is my poem and all copyright